Good morning.
Is it weird?
What?
Weird.
Oh, it is, yeah. Let's see, what do we got going on? Oh, corporate games, corporate games. So corporate games are fun. And we're in second place right now overall. But it's been, I went to the volleyball and that was fun. And I played darts and that was fun. And next year, we're gonna get more participation because I'm gonna be doing the recruiting and make sure, and we're gonna see who's gonna come and who's good at what. So we're gonna be very competitive next year.
Who will join you?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see what people are good at and what they're not. So that is the corporate games. And let's see. Oh, this is off topic. But Shirley, my mother, I'm using this, Shirley, my mother makes little dog sweaters. And if anybody needs dog sweaters, Shirley loves to make these and sell these and they're $20 a piece. So I have a whole bunch of them over here. Made with love by an 89-year-old woman.
2,500.
Yeah, 89 years old. So if anybody needs little doggy sweaters she has all different sizes for, oh, Jim, look, Jim gave me $20. For
Pretty small.
well, for a boy or a girl?
A little miniature picture.
Oh, yeah, we'll find a good one. That pink one is probably gonna be the one right there. Is that long enough for her, Jim?
Yeah.
Do you wanna text your mom and ask her to measure from her neck to
Nah,
the base?
we're
Okay, there we go. So Shirley will love that. Thank you, Jim Carson. I make Shirley very happy.
Big ass ones too? For coffee.
The what?
You make big ass ones too?
Oh, big ass ones. No. Okay, what else have we got going on?
Craft beer.
Oh, yes, on October 3rd, we are doing the client appreciation at Bellcraft Brewery in Exeter.
And Jackie and I toiled over this logo.
No, Jim got on chat and literally said, well, first he asked for names. Give me name suggestions for a client appreciation event at a brewery for downtown Realty. And I kid you not, it starts beep, 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 and it's spitting out like 6 or 7 names.
Good ones.
Good ones. So, excuse me, we went with Cheers to Clients. Then Jim asked it for a graphic, a brochure. And it's amazing. Like, there's no way we could have come up with any better.
I had to Photoshop the whole thing.
We still did some photoshopping to it, but pretty good.
It said cheers for Clint.
Well, you know what I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
still, it's the idea, it's the basis of it.
But even then, even with what it created, Gunner put in 30 minutes of photoshopping, I put in 30 minutes. But even just that alone, I could have never created that graphic
Right.
at all. Even if you gave me 5 days to make it, I couldn't have made it.
So we played around with chat. What else did we discover from playing around with chat that was interesting?
That it will never give you a completely 100% clear photo.
Photos are not 100% clear for some reason. There's something weird about that. Even with the paid version, it's
Well, it
not
doesn't do photos, it does sort of cartoony.
cartoony looking
Graphic.
thing.
But even then, there's always something just.
The hands are off or
Or the spelling got weird or.
Yeah, there's something weird about it, but
It's good starting
eventually
points.
this is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be so good, like you don't even have.
oh yeah, they're gonna perfect it. It's gonna be amazing. It's like having a wonderful assistant that you can just say, hey, I wanna do, it's kind of like Jackie. You know, I come up with this stuff, like, hey, I wanna do a client appreciation, and then I call Jackie. I wanna do client appreciation, then Jackie has to get through all of that, but now Jackie can just reach out to chat and do it, so it just makes this look better. It's like a little assistant that we have. So that was super cool. There's a lot of things it won't do. It won't give you listings. But if you reference, are you familiar with? 9 times out of 10, it is familiar with different books. I said, give me a Facebook post using, or it was something that I used, Brian Eisenhower strategies. I'm familiar with Brian Eisenhower, it said, and his strategies, and it gave me everything I wanted. So play with it. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, you don't like it, get rid of it. It's nothing that you're stuck with. So, but I think $20 a month to pay for the upgraded version is nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's that. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to run by you guys. I am thinking about instead of just having a potluck for Christmas, and then instead of that, combining in January our big awards thing and a dinner. So take the Christmas dinner and the awards and put them together in January. Couple of reasons why. It's super hard to get into restaurants in December, and everybody has other parties going, and there's always conflicts with everybody. Yeah, oh, I can't do it that day. Oh, my wife's got this, somebody's got this, somebody's got that. So I thought,
Jackie has Disneyland.
Jackie has to go to Disneyland. That's always a good problem.
Yep.
And so I was thinking that it would be like, we'll do a big potluck, we'll do a party for Christmas. But we will do our big dinner, a nice dinner and awards, and combine it in January. We won't wait till March. We'll do it in January. What do you guys think?
Is Gunnar gonna wear a hairnet when he cooks his food?
Oh, no, we pay for the food.
At the potluck?
Oh, at the potluck, yeah.
I'm gonna go over to my friend's house, it's got a bunch of cats.
Perfect.
That's not.
So anyway, that's just an idea that I'm throwing out there.
Potluck will be here.
We usually just do it here when we do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
We end up with sometimes we end up with a very unbalanced menu, like, I think one time we had like 20 bags of chips and, you know. A lot of carbs, but it's okay.
That was back before Sarah took over.
Yeah, I took that over. That's
Like,
when
he's not allowed to pile other, meals, parties.
Yeah, we don't.
Save Mart cakes and Save Mart pastas and Save Mart bakeries, and Sarah hates Save Mart.
I don't hate Save Mart, I just don't want to exist out of it. So
I
anyway,
used to work at Save Mart.
yeah, it's okay, my son did too.
Save Mart
Jake
brand
did
new.
too. So, okay, so I think that's kind of what we have going for next week. We're not having a meeting, right? Because we're all going to reimagine. And the following week after that, we're doing office meeting, correct, Jackie?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Anything?
Office meeting for the month of September?
Yeah,
Got it.
that will be,
I gotta get
Yes, it
that
doesn't go.
before the 30th.
no, that will be, but that will be covering August numbers, not
August.
September. September numbers will go over in October.
They already got those.
Dang
Um,
it. Okay, be good for August.
and then, for the, for our client appreciation event. Emails are going out at 11:45 along with the Facebook post. We have already designed the vouchers for the agents so that you can distribute to your clients to give out for them to buy them a beer.
And there's two ways you can do it. You can either give it to them ahead of time,
Mhm.
or if you don't want to hassle with that, just invite them, have the vouchers there, and when they show up, hand one to them. Yes, Jim?
Can you provide an email template that we can all send our clients so we have some consistency and some uniformity? You know what I mean? Like has all the location and hey, you're invited and.
Well, can't we just do the graphic, scan it and email that to our clients?
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
I usually text them.
Yeah.
Text them it. I always text them.
Cause I just use my own verbiage, cause in reality, if it's, doesn't sound like you, some people don't like it.
I like the graphic that we get and I like to send a little message.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just email the graphic and put a little message like, hey, love to see you, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
And then we know we're all doing the same thing. So it's $5 a beer.
If we only have so many or we only have so many vouchers and then we have more clients.
We'll print out a ton of vouchers. We'll print out a ton.
And then we're responsible for paying.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
for whatever's turned in.
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I'm anticipating if I get to the event and let's say I have 10 clients show up,
Yep,
I'm just gonna go find Jackie or whoever and say, give me 20 vouchers and they're gonna have my name on them somehow.
Yep.
When they're turned
We
in-
need to know ahead of
At the end, it'll
time
already be pre-
roughly how many you need.
What's that?
We need to know ahead of time roughly how many. you
About,
anticipate needing
about.
I
roughly.
feel like 20.
So that way you already have them in your hand. Cause we can't be holding for 100 agents. Everyone's.
We'll
turn.
take them
You know,
over there,
but
and when
in
you
theory,
show
you'll
up,
have
we're
them
just
ahead of
gonna
time.
give them to you. We'll just give them to you. I mean, you can either get them ahead of time and pass them out, or take them over there with
But a
you.
few more people show up than I anticipated, it's not gonna be a problem.
No, we're gonna overprint for everybody.
Yeah.
The office will be ready.
Mhm.
And that's never really happened anyways, like. where
Yeah.
somebody-
You
always end up having to wait.
Well, Jim has a lot of people that drink beer.
Is it good for 1 year or is it?
One.
One.
One. So if you give a person, if you want one person to have 5 years, you give them 5 vouchers.
Okay. And then they're welcome to buy
And you
whatever
pick
they want.
How many vouchers they, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're welcome to, and they'll give them the samples as well. When they first come there, they'll give them little
I've
samples.
never been to Belgrade.
So I'm anticipating at the end of the night, we're gonna count up. Jim, you had 8 or whatever.
Not rightly that same night, so pretty much at the end of the night, they'll give Sarah a bill, Sarah will pay it, they'll give us back the vouchers, then I go back to the office,
You'll
I
swear.
tally up
And then
who's how much, and everyone gets their own invoices of what's missing.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm adding mine on yours too, Jim.
Appreciate it. guys. Thank you.
All of it.
Thank you.
We're all just fine.
Okay, so, okay, guys. shh. So we can hear, they can't hear when we're doing side conversations, they just can't hear. So, okay, are we ready to start? the
Ready.
video?
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Agent AI Advantage. All the information and resources of our call today and all of our previous calls will be found at agentaiadvantage.com. Notice we believe the agent comes first, then the AI. This is not stuff you need to be fearful of. This is stuff that you need to use to empower you. You and I live in a global world. This global world is moving at the speed of light and business. You and I have thoughts about those tools, resources to advance our business, and AI is going to empower it. It's going to multiply the output of the people you work with, help you create better marketing, advertising. And last week, I actually spent the last 2 weeks going over with you the social media. And we talked about how to utilize social media, how to use ChatGPT to create social media. We talked about how to create Facebook one-liners. Super cool based on the biggest concerns that buyers and sellers have in the market. Also talking about how to create like 30-second videos you can use on LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram Reels, all based on social media. So that was important. And I really been concentrating on what I call your digital presence. You and I have a digital presence, and the further we enter into the fourth industrial revolution, the more your digital presence matters. But we also have physical presence. People in the family, people in the gym, people that church, whatever. That we have both, we have digital, and we have a physical presence. And that's why I'm really concentrating on the digital brand presence, because what I have discovered is the world is split from the physical presence of the world. That's what we do digitally. Today I'm finding in business, it's digitally present and it's the what we do business. What I mean by that is that these two work. It's like you're talking to a neighbor and you ask, who should I use to make repair on the car? And they give you their favorite option. What do you do before you get to the shop? Check it out, do my business, right? You see, that was physically based and digitally based. If you have things happen one day, and they're saying, hey, this is a really great auto shop. They got really great mechanics. They got a lot of great reviews on Google and use it. And then they're asking me, are you a solve? Well, that's what I mean by this switch from being physically based, digitally enhanced, not digitally based, physically enhanced. And so what I want to do today is concentrate on that physical relationship that you have, that physical interaction, communication that you have with real humans that allow you to utilize AI to advance that. All right, so let me jump in. I'll show you some of our products. If you missed any of the weeks that we've done, they're all available from the introduction to Facebook, video creation, to all your social media, to create images, editing those images, all of those are posted modules. Let's jump in module number 4. All right, we are module number 4. All right, so today what we want to do is we use it to build out that physical presence that I alluded to. I want you to learn how to use ChatGPT to do that. And if I was lying to you today, I'd be asking you questions about your work. That's not a luxury we have. I often travel and speak on these topics, and I'll use your markets and your neighborhoods and your areas. And you want to do this. But in this case, I'm going to use my local markets so that you can see how it works. You substitute my markets for your markets. Make sense? So these are what I call strategic network threads. All right, step first. Copy. These are in your downloads, of course, over to use. or the new ChatGPT 4.0. Remember, the advanced series, the next 4 modules, I'll read it out, ChatGPT 4.0, I have a bunch of stuff to show you. So we'll talk about Gemini, perplexity, we'll talk about what's like doing a bunch of special GPT to use. So you don't want to miss that really super cool part. Let's jump right into the first prompt read. Start with is acting as a website researcher or a professional. Identify the top networking opportunities. Acting as a website researcher or a professional. I want to identify the top networking opportunities in my community. Now, my community is in Contra Costa County and San Francisco Bay Area. And Bay Area. Where I would meet potential clients and vendors that make the services that was provided one event per week or a year of 2004. Move the location, dates, and times in chart form. Okay, so what am I asking to do? I'm asking for it to find events in which I can have. If you're not out meeting people, you're missing out. Real estate is contact stories. You and I cannot win, right? It's great to be meeting with people, have conversations with people. We're going to be looking for the big students. Now you would take out the Bay Area and you would put in wherever you're from. You don't want my events. You want your events. So I'm recording this early in June. So it's going to give me June 10th, June 13th, June 18th, June 6th. What I have found is that a reasonable pattern for you to attend. So this allows me to have different events that I can go to in my community. All right, so I think it looks like San Francisco has one startup business and entrepreneur. Looks like there's some fisherman's work, emerging farm. There's San Francisco startup for networking. There's a private. There's a business after hour networking. There's a small business expo. There's a San Jose real estate networking club. Right? So I can do it all. Pick the ones that are relevant to me. And if you're more interested in things like, probably I like to go to events in which I can have a mutual benefit. I can meet people, I can build relationships, I can share business with them. But I also like events that the ultimate outcome is I do good for my community. You know, we have a lot of work with things like foster kids, but it might be something that you do, something for animals or kids, for us to do a lot of homeless kids. Right? So I want to change this to be not business events, it to be still profit events. And so I think what's I research for that club, for a philanthropist, invite top charity events, fundraising opportunities. Now I'm going to use our market center offices around San Francisco. But I add value by provide this one charity event per week for 2024 to location dates and times. You see my thought pattern. You got a role, you got a resource, you got a response, and I'm requiring it to get it to you in a certain format. It's not that. I'm telling you that because you may copy and paste these, or you may want to create your own. Either is right. You can create your own thought patterns if you like. One of the reasons why I like nonprofit events is in Ryan's book on SOR, he talked about the value of nonprofit events. And sometimes as a real estate agent, I would find events or I hold events in my community. And I have found that when you do nonprofit events and you participate in nonprofits, sometimes they're already scheduled. All you have to do is show up, maybe make a donation. You don't have to have all the organization necessary. You can just end these events, right? And so let's see what events it gave me if I lean like I do for nonprofit events where I have a benefit to people I might invite someone to. I also want to get a positive experience in advance, not to make a better place, right? And so look at all the events. So I'm looking at there's produce events, there's bread events, there's Habitat for Humanity, Relay for Life, there's golf tournaments, there's food days, there's there's different walks, there's Sunday Zoo, there's loaves and fishes, right? Days of hope, right? There's all these different events that are available. I'm not telling you what event to attend or what event not to attend. All I'm doing is telling you that these events are already planned. Many of them are already paid for, and you can show up and participate. You can do good in the community at the same time you're doing good for you and doing good for your business. You can show up and build relationships with people at the events cause which ultimately leads to you buying your buy sell real estate. And as you help your buy sell real estate, you can get back to these houses, right? So it's like a mutual win-win. You're not showing up to these events that have these sales. You're showing up to build relationships at both of these events. So now you have the events where you can personally get in your car, you can drive to these events, and now you can connect with real people, embracing that physical presence at the top of the real estate step further. But now what I want to do, I want to know what I actually say in these events. How do I respond? So here's my prompt, right? It says based on the best business networking strategy. This networking business is not good. It's going to be around for a very long time. There are best practices that you like. Provide me a list of top 10 questions I can use my new business contacts to break the ice.
Oh my God.
You're ripping
Now, each question provide a list of 10 different one line suggested responses from a real estate agent and produce themselves a letter. With each question and each real estate response, you see it has 179 ways agents can provide value. This is also available in your downloads. Go here, grab my book, 179 ways agents can provide value. There we go. It's a great tool, great resource. It's also a great resource if you need to know what to say in a list of other consultation. Just answer a question like, how can you help? It's already available. This is published by the National Association of Realtors. You can upload it every time. Support the resource. All right. Check this out, see what we got. All right.
At networking events, I spend most of my time in the bathroom, so I don't have to talk to anybody, so it's not gonna help.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself to a networking event.
Donation charity. Now,
As soon as they come out of the bathroom.
10 things. You can ask. Now, you're an introvert.
The shot and then the guys.
This is the solution. Oftentimes you show up and you know, say, what am I gonna do? I'll come across sales and I'm not. This is really what to say. Okay, let's look at that. But here's what you can say. What would you do this next? You do this event. Your response. I'm here to connect with other professionals. Sure. How I comments. What is your company specialized in? The question you ask. I specialize in providing comprehensive marketing analysis to help clients make informed real estate decisions. Remember in our previous module, it broke down for you the number one thing I was doing. That was it. Okay, so we're able to bring that to a response. How did you get started in your industry? Powerful question, right? Yeah, nice. The way you can respond, I started as a real estate, focusing on personalized client experience and marketing. Look at what's gonna happen. You're gonna say, it's not like, hey, how did you get started in your industry? And what are they gonna say to you? What are they gonna respond? How did you get started? What has been your most rewarding project so far? Helping a family find their perfect home, seeing their joys with most rewarding. And you response, you question, you response. I got 10. Let's say you went through the life. You know, how do you do with this first one? It seems like right out of the box, I dropped that. I want clients find it through one. I feel like the traditional sales you better say. I don't like it. Just recreate it. There we go. We're going to do it all the response. Now we get your response. All right. So first one, what inspires you to proceed in current field? Because being honest with you, when I say, Rick, what inspired you to get proceed? So clients now you have questions in real estate professional. Sure it is. What's the biggest challenge you face in your industry? It's just fine. So I'm working about choosing perfect property. Can I work your client? So yes. So here business. You have the event. Give it to your client. You're going to plug into your company. You're going to use AI to come up with the icebreaker question. Well, you don't go to the event and say, what do you do? And I say, what do you do? And you stand there and have an awkward pause. It's got three. But then you do it. What you do. So what you do. They're going to reciprocate those questions back to you. And so your ability to use these tools to build out that defense and let's do it. In these conversations, you don't want to, in these conversations, not with a heavy sales pitch, you're not showing up to a nonprofit event, sell the house that day. In these, hey, I love to learn more about you and your business, you have an opportunity to have coffee. Love to learn how I can reciprocate and send business. Love to be able to connect you and see how I can send more of my clients to direction. But that very nature of that excuse, hey, you for coffee, I learn how to invest in your direction. Powerful ways to answer physical presence of these networking events and build relationship with professionals that are often shoulder to shoulder with people, with employees, with people in the community that want to sell real estate and become top of mind. All right, so that brings it into module 4, all of this. In your module, and we're going to now continue on to create a series. We're going to move away from ChatGPT 4.0. We're going to get to something other than
For the conversations, it's not as great, but like the calendar, finding all the events, that's awesome. I didn't know you could do that.
Well, his conversation seemed a little weird because the questions they're asking were almost directed towards real estate agents. Like, it would be like a question we would ask another real estate agent. I'd rather have questions that you ask people, and I guess you could ask it that, right? Topics for people that are not in the real estate industry. That would be, yeah, like how do you at networking events? How do we start with that? You know, I mean, I guess you could say, how did you, you know, what do you do? I mean, it almost sounds argumentative though. Like, what do you do? Well, what do you do? I asked you first. What do you do?
Because usually that's how you're setting up the question so that you can turn around, they ask it back to you, so you can answer and plug yourself in.
But it's
Real
scripts.
estate, it's like-
Again, it comes back to scripts, right? that, fake it until you get comfortable with it and I guess if you have 3 or 4 good questions, you can ask people. I hate networking events. Absolutely detest them. So for me, having a couple of questions would probably make me feel a little more comfortable.
Mhm.
And then I like the idea of finding where they are, because that's half the battle. Like, where do I go?
And then I like the fact that he put in for every week, but he's only gonna go to the ones that he likes or appeal to him. So like, cause my person, I was like, every week, why do I want every week? I'm not gonna go every week, but.
But if you do
It's just
go every
repetitive.
week, then it goes back to the 7 levels of communication, right? With the networking and the referral and all of that, that all ties into that. So pretty interesting. So I encourage you guys to keep playing around with chat. Again, I can see a lot of the listing agents are doing that because some of the words are not fitting the
So, yeah.
properties.
I saw that.
Yeah, really bad, but it's
And
okay.
the pictures of the property was just like.
I
Mhm.
used it on my last listing description, it like got me started. which-
Yeah.
First.
And then you
I
can,
worked on it.
then you can tailor it. So, right, there's 2 ways to go at
I
it.
just described a ton of stuff about it and then spit it out, just what I said.
Exactly.
I-
Or you can write your own and plug it in and
Well,
let it edit it.
I put it, that's what I do. I like for stuff for like leases where I want it to sound somewhat professional. I'll type in like, I don't want them to have a trampoline on the property, and then it'll spit it out exactly like, okay, tenant is not to have blah, blah, blah. So I did it for you.
Tells you the proper verbiage for
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, you can give like bullet points.
Yeah.
I did a client, buyer letter, and I told her, give me some bullet points of what you want me to include, so she did some bullet points, like I could see myself cooking there, I could see stockings on the fireplace, so I mean, she was crying when I sent her the buyer letter, I didn't take credit, I said, yeah, but it was pretty cool, I mean, 2 seconds, we had such a big buyer letter, and we were against like 8 offers in one, so I'm gonna say, yeah, I won this that one.
Yeah,
It's a good, but.
Just never know.
you never know. And just make sure you guys are open-minded to it and using it. It's just, you're only limited by your imagination. That's it. That's all you're limited by. Ask it. The worst thing it can do is, I can't do that, or you can get an idea from it.
I also did say all over the world. And they gave me like a very generic, like, oh no. like,
Of course
oh,
not. Why would I do
figure it out.
that?
But then I kept going and finally, I was like, what if all the human restrictions came off? And it started, a little scary.
Yeah.
It was-
So again, for the October 3rd, start now reaching out to your clients. Use it as an opportunity to reach out to them every week.
Mhm.
Because we only have 2 weeks left.
Yep.
So I'd start on it, start sending it out. Get that graphic. Do we have the graphic out?
It is being blasted out in the know at 11:45, and the text message, emails going out to you at 11:45, and text messages will go out.
So what I like to do, what I always do with the one for, I would like to do in perfect world, a mass email to my whole sphere of influence. And then I like to text it, because they do respond, like I'll text it. Sometimes they'll say, oh, we'll be there, or thanks for thinking of us, or, oh, we're gonna be out of town. But at least it's,
You text it from sync?
no, I text it through my phone. I just keep copying it. I just keep
Copy
plugging it in, plugging it in, plugging it in. I'll just do, 20 a day, boom, 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 and then do another 20.
The Sync texting app is up again for you to be able to text on Sync. So if you use the text, make sure you put in the signature that it's you, because it's not gonna come.
Oh,
from
we're
the
up
phone number.
again on Sync. Oh, so we can do mass texting through Sync. Yay.
Doesn't it have to send them a message first and for them to opt into texting?
I do not know, because last time it just
Like,
automatically
right.
sent it.
I thought it.
They can.
I think the only thing was is the legality of you had to have a ITIN number or a
EIN number.
EIN number.
So we basically said that,
An EIN, so you have
We
to have
had
like.
to have our EIN number.
Because what happens is they're trying to get rid of like robocalls, is basically what it is. So ours is being flagged as a robocall unless you have an EIN number.
And of course, Sarah had a previous EIN number, and Sarah couldn't remember where that was linked to or what it was. So Jackie spent a year trying to straighten that out.
What the hell's an EIN?
It's like a tax.
your tax ID number for your business.
Oh.
So instead of giving out my social, we give out my EIN. But apparently you can only have one in your whole entire lifetime, and I already used my one, and I couldn't remember what it was or where I used it at. So Jackie had to Spend
Sarah,
years.
the second Sarah, Sarah 2.0.
Jackie
Oh.
pretends like she's me a lot and, you know, so.
And then the good thing is I know enough about Sarah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I thought it was under my husband, my past husband's house. I thought all of that business was under him, and then we're like, well, when was this business? I gave them the wrong one, and ironically, I was thinking it was one, but I was looking at the wrong line, gave them technically what I thought was the wrong date, but actually ended up being the right one, so it was perfect, because she had too many businesses.
Right. So, anyway, we do have an EIN number now.
And I believe the opt-in, when you first input your client, it asks you if they gave you permission to add them into sync.
Yeah.
So when you check that box, I think that creates an opt-in.
Oh, it's in there. When you start entering them in, it plugs
Yeah.
that in. Do you have permission to enter their information? Sure.
We rarely read those little paragraphs, but yeah, it's in there somewhere. So you opt them in.
Jackie, I did not do that picture for the shirt too.
Oh, yeah. And Gunner's created some downtown
to
shirts.
downtown
So
stuff
we're
or
gonna
to-
start doing
Okay.
shirts
In
like
email.
To
seasonally.
me or to downtown?
So Gunner created this one and see what you guys think. I think it's cute.
Anna's favorite, love Halloween.
You love Halloween, Anna? Oh, Anna does not like Halloween, but look at our cute little shirt.
Oh, that's really cute.
Our happy Halloween graphic.
And it's it's the house, it's the office. So I think that is super cool.
Are you gonna get a special Christmas one?
Huh?
That is real.
Chat,
I paid some kid in Indonesia to show.
Oh, no.
and he used chat.
No, we are gonna do a Christmas one, what do you say?
We're gonna do a Christmas one
Santa
too,
Claus flying over the office.
like Santa Claus. Yeah,
That's really.
so when can we start taking orders for this?
If you, right now.
And
There's
how
only
much-
one color, it comes in a black
It's,
shirt.
well, it's Halloween, it's gotta be black.
Black,
Yeah.
and just let me know, and it's we're only gonna make them in one cut and a t-shirt. We're not doing men's and women's, unfortunately, we're just gonna do a men's t-shirt.
Aw.
So no V-neck or crew neck?
Well, by the time we start doing that, it's gonna cost.
It's
way
too much, yeah.
So we can only do one type of t-shirt, it's gonna be a regular t-shirt. You can we'll post something in the know, the form, and you can submit how many.
We have to have prepayment for them, cause obviously, yeah,
Mhm.
and because we wanna know what sizes to get. That way we can keep the costs down, cause if we have to guess and we get them, then we have to crank up the price to cover the ones that don't sell.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, I love it, get on it, get her, time's a ticking,
Yeah,
we wanna wear it in
Yeah.
October.
Which one, form of payments do you take, Gunner? Because you're taking the money on this
I
one.
can take whatever,
Venmo,
cash,
Cash, Venmo,
Okay.
Zelle.
Western Union, Walmart Pay, PayPal.
Cash pay, cash out.
Good one. SO.
I love that, Gunner, thank you, that is really cute, it's super cute.
Also, Gov Hutchinson's coming back in October. In Visalia, he'll be at the Wyndham at 9 AM on October 9th. And then he'll be here in Porterville at Don Vino's from 12 to 2. Going over the new laws that passed, and of course, we're gonna bleed to death the buyer rep agreement.
It's okay.
Up to you if you wanna be there or not.
Honestly, I would go. because
I will go.
he
He's
does
so
have a lot
good,
of-
and
he's not boring like some of these.
Oh,
guys.
no, he moves it along. And he's got good info, he talks about rental stuff too,
Yes.
and what's new in the rental market, it's super important, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
It's just, I know what this one's gonna be about, because we're beating a dead horse with this, you know, they're gonna be asking some questions.
Hey, but it might be, he's gonna hear all the problems that people are having facing legal
Yeah.
wise, so
Yeah.
he's gonna have some good information, I'm sure, on what people are doing that they probably shouldn't be.
And what we're already gonna see change.
Yeah.
So like he already said on one of the last trainings, like the SPVB form is gonna go away and it's gonna be incorporated into the purchase agreement. Which we'll
Yeah.
be seeing that soon enough.
15 different ones.
Okay, so, we'll miss you guys next week, but we'll be at Reimagine.
Mhm. Come join us. If you decide last minute you wanna go, just go. You're already registered.
But don't rely on Jackie for a ride home.
Yes, Jackie will not bring you home. So the
Tuesday, Wednesday,
previous
Thursday.
is Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday.
So we're getting there Tuesday, so that we're ready there Wednesday morning. Like Jared will drive up Wednesday morning, and then we leave. on
You're coming
Thursday.
early Wednesday morning, Jared?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay,
Perfect.
that's it, thank you, guys.